this reported vaccine shortage.
We do not have enough data about the timing of the so-called booster dose or specific reason for specific vaccines per se. That's an evolving thing.
You're watching News Epicenter with me, Maria Shakil. India made history last month after we crossed the crucial landmark of 100 crore vaccinations in the fight against the pandemic. While the nation set a global benchmark in the inoculation drive, the challenges are mounting once again. What we are seeing across the country, namely amidst the festive season, is that people's guard has significantly come down. With 79% adults across India getting at least one dose, COVID cases under control and easing of restrictions, we are seeing a major drop in second dose vaccination rates. Even with a centralized vaccine drive and the erosion of bottlenecks at the grassroots, the urgency to get inoculated, which we saw after the second wave, has disappeared in many parts of the country. There is low vaccine coverage in 40 districts across 12 states, with only 37% of adults across India fully vaccinated. A whopping 15.6 crore vaccine doses are lying unused across India, and they are nearing their expiry dates, a waste which will be a huge blow to the vaccination mission. This brings the big question about booster doses and whether we can divert the unused doses for another shield against COVID. Now, many nations have cleared booster doses for their populations as COVID-19 variants are always around the corner. But India's medical experts are united that there is still not enough evidence and the science mandating the necessity of boosters when it comes to efficacy is still uncertain. In fact, they say the focus of the vaccination drive should be to inoculate as many adults as possible, adding that boosters will only create a wider gap between the protected and the unprotected in the country. If cleared, those who can afford boosters and have access to them will be better protected than those who cannot. Now, COVID remains a clear and present danger. And with our guard down, we are seeing COVID curfews reimposed in areas like Srinagar, which has seen a spike in cases. Beyond the COVID protocols, as we deal with mutations and variants, is there a need to relook the booster debate? Is it time to reboot the public campaigns to push people to get a second dose and prevent vaccine wastage? Remember, children continue to be unprotected against the virus. Before we get our guests to decode the challenges and the science, my colleague Vinaya Deshpande gets us this report on unused vaccines in Maharashtra.
Empty driveway, empty chairs. I am at India's first drive-in vaccination center, which wears a completely deserted look.
The center started on 4th of May 2021. And this was the first drive-in center in whole of the nation, and our vaccination center, which is upward on the upper floor, there is also very less response because the vaccination coverage is also improved, and that's why the reason that response is very low. And now you can see the response that we have almost shut down the center because no vehicle is coming, no people are coming for the vaccination.
Maharashtra still has over 14,000 active COVID cases with a high mortality rate. But here's what's really worrying the state government. Over 3.12 crore people in Maharashtra are completely unvaccinated. Close to 74% have taken their first jab, but only 34% have taken their second dose. This at a time when the state health department is sitting on a stockpile of vaccines.
The state is having a sufficient quantity of vaccine, about 83 lakh doses of Covishield and 12 lakh doses of Covaxin. In the past few days, there was less pace in the vaccination drive, and the reasons were the harvest season, heavy rainfall in some of the areas, and also the festival season. I am confident that the state will be achieving 100% first dose by the end of the November.
7 crore people have taken their first jabs in Maharashtra, while 3 crore people have completed both the doses. But now, with a lull in the number of vaccinations, the Chief Minister has given a target of 100% vaccination for at least the first dose by 30th of November. With video journalist Nitin Sonawane, this is Vinaya Deshpande from Mumbai.
Let me bring in my guests now. Dr. Sunila Garg is COVID Task Force India member, and also she is the member of Lancet Commission. Dr. Jalil Parker is senior pulmonologist at Leelavati Hospital. Dr. S.E.L. Gupta, medical director, Dr. Batra Hospital here in the national capital. Dr. Vishal Rao is the Dean, Center for Academic Research. And he is also a COVID Task Force member of Government of Karnataka. And Dr. Anish T.S. is the member of COVID-19 Kerala Expert Committee. Dr. Parker, I'm going to begin with you. The larger viewpoint has been that instead of booster doses, the focus should be on vaccinating the unvaccinated population. But what do you really do with the unused vaccines which are nearing expiry?
See, as you rightly said, the focus should be on vaccinating each and everyone. Having said that, if people are not going to take the vaccine across the board, irrespective of religion, caste, creed, etc., at least the ones which are going to expire should be utilized. All around the world, everybody is recommending that the booster dose should be given to senior citizens, to the health workers. So why not give it to the health workers rather than wasting it and throwing it? There's no point. So I think, you should give the booster dose to everybody. And if somebody over here says that, no, why give it to, it is questionable, etc. I mean, the whole world is not questionable. If everyone has started giving booster doses to their physicians, nurses, all the health workers, why can't we give it rather than just throwing it away? To hell with these people who have a sickness in their mind saying that the vaccines is going to have its side effects on the human body, etc. We do have a huge population which believes in this, and that is why they are suffering, and that is why it is costing the health sector, because they come and get admitted in intensive care, and all the funds are wasted on such people. I think the government should take it very strictly and stringently.
Okay, so you are building the argument that it should be done. Dr. Gupta, for the benefit of our viewers, a question that is asked repeatedly, we get these questions on the website. Do we know the period for which these vaccines are effective? So let me give you an example. If an individual is fully vaccinated for, say, the last 3 months, do we really know the level of immunity that he or she has now, and how long will that last?
See, Kerala, where majority of the people they are vaccinated, पर वहां पर आज भी 8,000 से 10,000 केसेस हो रहे हैं. वैक्सीनेशन होने के बावजूद अगर कोरोना वैक्सीन के लेने के बाद, अगर वैक्सीनेशन के बाद अगर कोरोना हो रहा है, तो कहीं ना कहीं these people they are the spreader to the other person in the society. And I agree. We should not wait कि वेस्टेज हो रही है वैक्सीन तभी बूस्टर डोज देना है. वेस्टेज एक्सपायर हो रही है तभी देना है, या एक डोज बच जाती है तभी देना है. This should be a policy from the government that initially they have started with the healthcare workers, with the frontline workers, with the above 60 years age, with above 45 with comorbidities. Then why not to give a booster dose?
Okay.
As long as immunity is concerned. Do not bother about the immunity, that antibodies. It's along with the antibodies. You must think of mucosal antibodies test, cellular antibodies test. You will find that this is essential. Why Israel has started on 30th of July? Why UK has started? Why USA has started? USA mein to after 8 months of the Pfizer vaccine, they started giving to the healthcare workers and all persons above 50 years of age. Israel, after 45 years of the age, healthcare workers and comorbidities person, the same followed by UK also.
Okay.
Then why not India? Why not India?
Okay, that's a valid question. Why not India? Should India have a booster dose policy? Dr. Sunila Garg, I'm looking at this part in the Lancet journal, which essentially quotes, a group of leading US and international scientists, and it says, current evidence does not therefore appear to show a need for boosting in the general population in which efficacy against severe disease remains high. So the sense largely is that there is no data to really back booster doses.
Definitely. You see, this is one of the important questions. As of now, if we are concerned today, number one thing is that you see, each individual who is vaccinated with 2 doses of vaccine is enough protected, and it's a question of equity and equality. And we should rather, take the vaccine to larger number of people. If we were to take example of Maharashtra only, if we were to immunize, 200% people, that means 100% with 1 dose and then another. Then we have got only 88% of the people who have got, vaccination. That means substantial number of people are still, unvaccinated. So we, before, wasting the vaccine, I think it is better that proactive measures are taken, at all levels, whether we go at the outreach facilities and all that, so as to vaccinate as many number of people as much possible rather than waiting for walk-in individuals. So it's a question of, vaccine is a very precious commodity, and with great hassles, you will be all aware, that we have reached this target of 100 crores. So that is one thing which is very important. And if we have reached a situation kind of a thing that, basically that we have come to a situation that the vaccines are going to expire and they are not 1 or 2 in number, they are approximately 15 crores in number. Because if you look from the science perspective, definitely it's the 2 doses which are definitely effective, and we don't need any this thing. But you see, when different studies across the world have also shown that, the immunity starts, declining after 6 months of age, the antibodies, but the memory cells will always remember. So I will say that my first priority should be that please go out in larger numbers to utilize this vaccine and give it to those, basically who have not even got the single dose of vaccine.
Yes.
And also, give the second dose to those, because there is a huge gap. We can see 4 crore individuals are the ones who are due for vaccination, and they have not got their second dose because of complacency, because of, decrease in number of cases. But having said all this, so I will also say that, but despite all this, if the vaccine is going to go waste, we have also seen that the persons who have suffered from 1 round of infection after, or they have suffered from infection, COVID-19 infection,
Right.
and after 3 months, we are giving them
so
1 dose.
So if there is
then,
infection after also getting fully vaccinated, Dr. Anish, and particularly the focus is on the state of Kerala, as we are seeing, because there the cases remain high, and that's a matter of concern. Tell us, India is among the few countries where interchangeability of vaccines is allowed. So if the data is that this mixing of vaccines increases immunity, then is that really good enough to protect us through new variants?
In Kerala, we have got the seroprevalence as high as 85% among vaccinated. That means if you count the cell-mediated immunity also, it is almost 100%. Then even now, we have got maybe 7,000 daily cases and 50% is breakthrough. That means vaccines will protect you from death, definitely, but vaccines will definitely not going to protect you completely from infections. So the infections do occur. We cannot prevent the infections by giving a 3rd dose. So definitely, as we know, the first priority should be increasing the coverage of vaccination. That is one thing. And we can think about a 3rd dose of vaccination for maybe vulnerable people and for the people who have taken the vaccination at the first stage of the vaccination campaign, maybe during January and February. As you have said, we can combine vaccination. That is actually a good strategy because there is enough data. Now we have got hybrid vaccination will give you much more immunity than expected. But definitely, it will not prevent infections, so it will not give you a sterilizing immunity. So vaccination has got only a 3rd dose of vaccination has got only a marginal benefit. So even we can think of giving vaccines to other countries, especially African countries, where they do not have vaccines to give even for the health workers.
Okay.
So India should have a mixed policy so that it will be use the vaccine judiciously to protect our people.
Okay, so then Dr. Vishal Rao, what is the state of Karnataka doing particularly to ensure that the vaccine doses which are unused, nearing expiry, how are you planning to distribute it or redistribute it?
Thanks, Mara. The main point I want to reiterate here is that, you have to be fortunate enough to cover the entire country or the state with the first dose before we jump and talk about booster doses. Now, the latest data that comes from Israel, which has been published a few days back in the Lancet, clearly shows on about 1 million patients that booster dose, the third dose, has been effective and seems to be giving a wider range of protection, a larger range of protection to people who received the third dose. So there's, I think, mounting data to show that third dose boosts the immune system. And this is, I think, coming from all corners globally. Having said that, with mounting evidence that immunologists across the world are talking about, that there is no doubt that a third dose will boost your immune system. The question is, in India, has that data been presented to the DCGI, and has there been any regulatory body that has given a published data or a regulatory approval to say that yes, there is a mandate for a third dose based on science, not based on availability, but based on the science of these two vaccines of Covaxin or Covishield needing it? The answer is no. There is no data from the regulatory bodies in Government of India that has come out to say that there is efficacy about the third dose. Now, that's one aspect, and I think I will strongly support Dr. Jalil's point that I think at this point there is a need for healthcare workers specifically who are front-ending it, who comprise of a very small category of people, to also start looking at this aspect seriously, and the government to prioritize them and curate this data quickly to say that if there is data from the Indian subset to show that the third dose is effective, like how the world countries are seeing it, we should prioritize healthcare workers who are at the forefront of it, because there seems to be a race between the vaccination and the variant. And we are obviously seeing that there are 118 subtypes of Delta, of which 18 are prevalent in India, and it's constantly evolving to overcome the vaccine. So healthcare workers should be prioritized for the third dose.
Okay, let me go back to Dr. Jalil Parker. Dr. Parker, is there a risk of distributing boosters too soon, including the potential side effects which is being linked to mRNA vaccines?
I mean, what are the side effects that we are talking? You have to weigh your pros and cons. We are saving lives. The COVID waves have gone down. So what are we talking about? Why not give this vaccine before it gets expired? Give it to at least the health workers, if not to somebody else, rather than throwing it away. And you can send all these to the remote villages where people have not been vaccinated. And there should be some referendum which the government should take, that those who are not going to get themselves vaccinated, I think stern action should be taken against them in regards to jobs, salaries, or whatever. But don't waste time when you have it. Why let it expire? We are seeing patients who have got COVID the second time also. We are seeing patients who are getting COVID, which is mild even after 2 vaccination doses. But they go home, they take the monoclonal antibody cocktail, or they just take remdesivir and they go home. Why do you want a patient to get critical and let him die on the ventilator? I think it is absurd. So rather than wasting and throwing all these vaccines which are about to expire, please give it. Give it to the poor who can't afford it also. There are many who are not taking because they can't afford. So give it to them.
Okay. So you are of the opinion that they should be given, and particularly to the frontline and the healthcare workers who have already been fully vaccinated, perhaps because they were given vaccines in the first category, in the first round. Let me also go to Dr. SCL Gupta. Dr. SCL Gupta, what really is happening in Batra Hospital, for example? What are the challenges that you are seeing, and why this huge gap between those who got the first dose but not similar excitement is being shown when it is about getting the second dose, and hence they will be in that category of being fully vaccinated?
See, in Batra Hospital is a small place. You cannot compare with the whole country's vaccination process. what is our experience in Batra Hospital, that majority of the people, they are coming in the first dose, but they are coming for the second dose too. There is no problem that way. But my submission is कि हम नहीं कह रहे कि हमें प्रायोरिटी में जिन्हें देना है उन्हें वैक्सीन तो देना है, कवर करना है 100 करोड़ पॉपुलेशन या 130 करोड़ पॉपुलेशन को, लेकिन साइड इफेक्ट की वजह से आपने उस समय हेल्थ केयर वर्कर्स को वैक्सीनेशन किया, खूब साइड इफेक्ट्स हो रहे थे, आपने फ्रंटलाइन वर्कर को दिया, गिनी पिग उनको बनाया आपने, और आज जिस समय जरूरत है, मैं तो कह रहा हूँ आई एम एन एक्टिव सपोर्टर, व्हाई शुड गो फॉर वैक्सीन जो एक्सपायर हो गई है उस वैक्सीन को क्यों दें? Why don't you take an active process that everybody, all healthcare workers, frontline workers and person with the comorbidities to be vaccinated? You are exporting vaccines. There is a shortage of vaccines. The new vaccine has come in the market. At the same time, you give your priority to the person who was not vaccinated, but at the same time, you have to save the persons who are giving vaccination.
Okay. So, the need for a booster dose, particularly that argument is being built. Let me also get closing comments from other panelists.
Should be actively given.
Should be actively given. Dr. Vishal Rao, 30 seconds to you, and then I'll bring in Dr. Sunila.
I think the most important point is there has to be an information or a circular, an order that has to come out from the DCGI, where the companies have to show the efficacy of the third dose. As of now, there is no data, but there is, I would say, surrogate data coming out from countries across. But even today, the US and the UK have not made it mandatory. In USA, it's only for the immunocompromised that booster dose is allowed.
Yes.
And UK government has said that we are waiting for more data. So it's a wrong notion that all countries have started booster dose.
Yes, that's right. Because immunocompromised is what the US has been building its argument on. Dr. Sunila, again, as I'm referring to what in Lancet, what was published recently, the case that is being built is that the focus should not be as much on booster doses because there is no evidence, no data to suggest that booster doses really improve efficacy.
Definitely, this was taken into consideration, keeping in mind the equity and equality, so that, you know, if everybody gets 2 doses, then we are all protected. And despite the natural infections also, the government is still recommending 2 doses, right? And we do have states like Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Nagaland, etc., where the coverage is absolutely, you know, we have to say it's very less. So we have to say with regard to first dose, second dose, we have to improve the coverage. So rapidly, you know, they should be circulated to those states so that we reduce the equity and equality.
I can see Dr. Jalil Parkar raise his finger. 30 seconds to you, Dr. Parkar.
Yeah. See, I think it is wrong information that is being addressed over here. In the US, all the physicians and the health workers are being given a booster dose. They've already been given. It is now more than 2 months. They are giving the booster dose. I know of my colleagues, my relatives who have already got a booster dose. So that information is wrong, and I don't think we should give that sort of... No, I'm sorry, no.
The point here being made by Dr. Parkar is that the priority should be given to particularly the healthcare workers. They should be given the booster dose is what he is saying. Thank you so much for your time here, Dr. Parkar, Dr. Garg, Dr. Gupta, Dr. Rao and Dr. Anish. Of course, a discussion that will be continuing. What should be the best use of the unused vaccines which are nearing expiry? Should that be used for a booster dose? Because a policy of that nature is yet to come out as far as India is concerned. That's all from me. Thanks so much for watching.